Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Bloomer Chat. Today we're going to talk about how to turn betrayal or how I turned my betrayal from somebody into a plus for myself. Now, I did another video on being betrayed by a friend in different instances and things like that, but this is actually about the person that sparked that video. So, as I mentioned, I'm a quilter. Now, I've made many things that I've given away as gifts and a lot of projects that I started. If anybody does hobbies, you always have projects that you started and somehow they get pushed off to the side or put somewhere that you forget about them or whatever. So, um, a lot of times when people were ask me what I was working on, I would say a table runner, and everybody would laugh and call me the queen of the table runners. And you know, I kind of laughed too, but after a while I thought it's a little annoying. I don't make many table runners. Wrong. But anyhow, so we were doing what's called a UFO list. And for you people that don't know quilting, that's an unfinished project. In other words, unfinished object or whatever. So, it's something you need to finish. So I thought, great, I'm going to get on that because I've got a lot of stuff I've started and a lot of stuff that gets pushed to the side for like a gift that needs done or, life in general distracts you. And I didn't want to make it a job. It was a hobby. So I kind of would do it for a while and then stop, do it for a while and stop. Anyway, so I sat down and made a dedicated list of all these things that I had to do. And let me tell you, I was shocked. I had 39 unfinished things. 39. And guess what most of them were? Table runners, which is crazy. And what's crazier, I just found four more that are unfinished and they're on my work table right now, ready to be finished. I just have to quilt them. But anyhow, so I take my piece of paper. I'm laughing at myself. It's kind of funny, that I have all these. And I said, well, I even hate to tell you how many I really have because there were more than that, 39. But these are things I actually had in progress that need to finish, yada, yada, yada. So, anyhow, to make a story short, I get like a couple things done because you had to bring your things into the meeting so they could actually see that you finished them. And then you get credit for them. And they had like a drawing so you could win a prize, which I didn't care about the prize. I just wanted to get stuff done when I saw how much I really needed to finish. So I go in there the next month all excited because I've gotten a few things done. So I'm holding them up real proud of myself. And this person that was supposed to be my dear friend that wanted to be my best friend, which is really weird, asked me if she could be my best friend. That's a warning, just telling you. But anyway, she pipes up from the back in front of a room full of people, right? Well, you just have to face it. You're a starter, not a finisher. And said it really rude. I mean, and I know, like, if you've been watching my videos, you can see the emotion on my face with things. And I know it was kind of like a deer in the headlights because it was embarrassing, and it's hard to embarrass me, let me tell you. But I was caught off guard and I just thought that's mean. The way she said it was really snarky. And all of a sudden, this other woman that I like her a lot, but she's kind of, you know, curmudgeon in a way, spoke up because I think everybody got the tone of her remark and said, well, I wouldn't even have the bravery to count the things that I've started and not finished, which made me feel good. And then I thought to myself, well, I not only start them, I finish them. I just don't do part of it and then take it to somebody that quilts it and everything, and then you get it back and you bind it. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm doing it from the whole way through, which is a little bit different than you can make all the little tops you want, or the tops you want. If you take it to somebody else, the actual quilting part is harder. Well, I think it is anyway. So I was pretty stoked that I got the 3 done. So anyway, I was not happy, and I just kind of didn't say too much after that because it was at the end and everything. So everybody went their separate ways. Well, I have a group of lovely people that we sew together online, and we just have the best time, and it's a great community. And if anybody out there is looking for something like that, put it in the comments and I'll share. She's a creator here on YouTube and she's a wonderful person, but she's a patron and all that, and I'm in that. We just have a good time. Even with her videos. She's funny and she's really a great person. But anyway, she knows who she is if she's watching this. So, um, I get on there. And I thought, well, maybe I'm just being oversensitive, as I can be. And I kind of tell everybody what happened, and they were shocked that somebody that was your friend would call you out like that in a big room of people. Um, and another girl kind of kidded with me off to the side. Well, did you make that baby blanket and the kid's 12 now? And that was funny. So I laughed, but she said that to me on the side because she was trying to make me feel better about the public. I don't know. Was she trying to humiliate me? I don't know. It didn't work. It just hurt my feelings. So they all agreed, that was an awful thing to do to somebody. It wasn't nice and blah, blah, blah. So I said, well, you're not going to believe this because I used to be a starter, but now I'm a finisher. So I started finishing, like I was going down that list, finishing all this stuff because I figured the next time I showed up to that meeting, I'd have finished projects to show and not just one. So they were all egging me on, and we would do these little things where we'd sew together. And then I had this little bell, and I would like tap it and like drum roll, please. And then I'd hold up another thing that I finished and stuff, and everybody would laugh. And, they were all cheering me on and telling me they were proud of me, like real friends do. We're there for one another. So, anyway, fast forward, I go to the next meeting, and I'm not sitting with her because some other things happened. We'll go into that later. But she did a couple other things after that. And I'm like, this isn't a friend. Friends don't do that kind of thing. So I'm not rude or anything. I'll talk to you if you say hello to me. If I have to say hello to you, fine. But if you're going to be like that, I don't want to be around you. So I just sat somewhere else. Um, and because of what was going on, it was appropriate for me to be sitting where I was. So I'm sitting there, and my other friend kind of knew what was going on. So I just sat by her and just kind of, I was chit chatting with everybody because I'm a gregarious, friendly person. So anyhow, it comes time to do this list to show what you've made from the list. So just a second, I need to grab what I brought to show. So I had this big bag, and I start pulling out all the stuff out of my bag. So there's the purse. There's the snowman. There's another thing, an ornament for Christmas, because I do purples and turquoise and stuff. These were some ruler bags I made, and a mat for my machine when I go places, and another ruler bag. And then come the table runners. One, two, three, four, five. I had that upside down. Five, six, seven, eight, a wall hanging, another one, 9, 10, 11, 12. Would you agree I'm the finisher now? So, the moral of that story is somebody does you dirty, turn it into something positive for yourself, like I did. Now that I've got the momentum of getting stuff done, I'm practically unstoppable. So, I try to sew a little bit every day. I keep going on and on. I'm back into my hobbies even more. Um, Life is good. And you know what? I don't really care what that person thinks. I don't really care what they say to me anymore because it doesn't matter. At some point, you just got to let people like that not matter to you. So, who does matter to me are all of you. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe so we can grow our channel and we can do fun things. And remember, don't let anybody get your goat. Put a collar on that goat and make it go the way you need it to. So please be kind to others because it only takes a moment and it doesn't cost you a thing. Boy, is that appropriate for this video. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, friends.